Hey guys, and welcome back to Escape from Tarkov for Scrubbies, episode 2. We will be going over actions in this episode, and really quick before we dive into it, I wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone who liked and commented on my first video. I'm really happy that I was able to help, and I'm excited to continue on with the series. Let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, we're going to get into the basic movement controls right now. Now you might be familiar with other PC games, they're probably fairly similar, but there are a couple more in-depth controls in Tarkov, so we're just going to hit everything to make sure you've got all the information you could need when playing. So W for forward, S for backwards, A for left, and D for right. C covers crouch. And to go prone, X. To go back up, you can click C. And then C again, if you'd like. Jumping is spacebar. You also have a couple different leans. So your typical leans are E for right and Q for your normal one. You also have a side step, which would be hold left alt and then E, and then hold left alt and then Q. And then to tie in with the leans, we have what we call a smooth lean. It's a little bit different, so you're still holding left alt, but instead of E, you're using D to go right and A to go left. Now, you will notice that if you release your keys, you are still leaning. You can just tap E or whatever, and it will reset your character. We do have different movement speeds. So as we can see here, this is your normal movement speed. If you use your scroll wheel to say go down, as you can see in the bottom bottom left corner, you will see a bar with an arrow and some dots. Now as you adjust your scroll wheel, you will see that it changes. So the far left is the slowest movement speed you've got here, which is like a creep. And it will slow down even further if you are crouched. So speeds do vary, so think about that. And then you can also sprint. So you will hold left shift to sprint around. And then if you were to just release, you would come to a slide stop. So adjusting your speed is pretty easy, but along with adjusting your walk speed, if you use your mouse wheel in conjunction with holding down C for crouch, you can actually adjust your crouch height. Now, the reason this is important, guys, is we're going to use this as an example. Say you want to shoot somebody, and they are over there. Now, does it make more sense to completely stand up and expose all of your body? No, it does not. So you can adjust your crouch height to where you can just barely peek over to get a shot on someone, so you do not have as much of your body exposed, so less of a target for your enemy to hit. On top of that, I don't really have something to show you this, but by adjusting your height, you can also use to your advantages like possible cracks in walls. There are a few examples of this, say like in interchange, where there might be a spot that you could peek through if you were just at the proper height to maybe get some little sneak shots off on someone. So keep that in mind, that you can adjust your crouch height as well. It is useful in certain situations. Alright guys, we're going to go into firearm controls now. So again, pretty basic stuff, but we're going to go over it. So in order to fire your gun, you are going to click the left mouse button, right mouse button, can't speak, sorry. To check your mag, you are going to hold left alt and click T, left shift and T. I'll explain why these are important in a minute. To check your rate of fire, left alt B. This won't change on this firearm because it is only single, just keep that in mind. Now typically you would swap your rate of fire by just clicking B by itself. Again, it only has single rate, so I can't change it on this firearm. If you want to unload your chamber, say for a jam or whatnot, you would hold left control R. And to detach your mag, you would hold left alt R. To fully reload, you would just hit R. To quickly reload, if you are in the midst of a battle, double tap R. You will drop the mag in the quick reload. So keep that in mind. If you're running around fighting still, maybe make a mental note of where you did your quick reload so you can go back and find your mag, if you care about that. Say for like a 60 rounder you don't want to lose. So to overhead fire, which is blind firing, you will do left alt W, and right-sided blind fire is left alt S. They do not have a left-sided blind fire, sorry. Yeah, only right-sided. To examine your firearm, you will click L. And to fold or unfold the stock, we'll swap to our DBL here, you would left alt L. So we're folding it, and then we're unfolding it. So always make sure your stock is unfolded, otherwise you're going to have issue with recoil and whatnot. But those are our basic firearm controls. Alright, and next we're going into our accessory controls. So I will say I did mess up, guys. I did not bring in any sort of night vision goggles or a helmet with a face shield on. I kind of spaced out on that. But just so you know, to pull down your face shield or your night vision goggles, NVGs, it's the same button. You're going to click N. N will either bring up or down your goggles or face shield. So keep that in mind. Sorry I forgot that. I do apologize. Now, to toggle devices, you can click T, and that will turn on your flashlight. Now, to switch devices, you would do left control T. This specific flashlight does not have a laser on it, but there are different combinations where you can have a laser flashlight combo. So by doing the left control T, you can cycle through those options. Obviously, you're hearing a click here, not seeing anything happen. But the left control T would let you cycle through, say, the flashlight mode, to just the laser mode, to the combination flashlight laser mode. Dang. I apologize for the storm going on here in Tarkov. And then just to turn it off, you would click T by itself again. Now, for sights, as we went over originally, right mouse button zooms in. Now, to change from, say, this upper sight to my lower scope, you would use left control, right mouse button, and now you change it. On this scope, which is the hammer sight, you cannot zoom anymore here. You can try left alt and right mouse button, but as you see, nothing happens. Now you'll see a number down in the bottom right corner. That's your elevation for your scope that you can adjust with page up and page down. Real quick, just to show a couple other sights off, we're going to swap the hammer off real quick with this HHS because it is a little bit different. Now, for this one, if you just right mouse button, you're in here like this. But instead of using the left control click, you're using left alt click to intensify the scope. You're hinging that scope with the left alt on this one, not the control alt. Now we're going to swap to our DBL real quick. We have another scope to just kind of show off. This is the Voodoo. When you zoom in, this is your base zoom on this gun. For this one as well, you are using left alt, right mouse button. And now you're intensifying the zoom. And then back. So very easy, very easy. Alright, and then we're going to our other control part of this video. So you can access your inventory by hitting tab. You will have access to the same tabs as you did in the front page as I showed you in the first video. But I will just click on them real quick. You can just look at your overview, health area, which is important in the match, your skills, tasks, all that jazz still. But your actual inventory is here. If you want to interact with something, you will click F in this game. So you see looting takes some time, you search. So you can either click and drag an item into your inventory, or you can left click or left control, left mouse button click it into your inventory to save some time. On top of that, you have grenades in this game. So G is for grenade, just keep that in mind. So you try to not fat finger it. G for grenade, or get the fuck out the way. There are different grenades in this game, so you will have to play around with them to figure out how quickly they detonate and what all they do. There's a flash one, and basically everything else blows up. So it's pretty simple. There is a smoke grenade, but it's kind of cheeks, to be honest. You do have a melee weapon in the game. If you want to just do a quick shank with the melee weapon, you would hit V twice. Quick shank, or what they call draw. Now to pull your actual melee weapon out, you just hit V once. Left mouse button for a slash. Right mouse button for a stab. Very simple. Alright. Now, you can also drop your backpack quickly in the game now, if you double tap Z. This is for if you want to go push and engage, don't want backpack, you know, kind of giving you away, especially if you have a massive backpack. Also, if you're pushing an engage and your buddy isn't, they can take your loot if you die, I guess. And then you would just pick it up with F as well. What we are looking at this, if you want to just search it, use your mouse button while you're hovering over it to just search instead. Otherwise, just use it to take. We have a compass in the game. You do have to purchase it in-game, but you would use U to pull your compass out. Obviously, in the bottom right, you are seeing the degrees. So very helpful. It's more so helpful, say, if you're lost on a map, or if you are doing team fights. So if you have multiple members on your team and you need to make a call out, it might help, especially if people don't have the same callouts as you necessarily. To voice comm, you would hit Y twice to pull it up, and you can see all the different voice comms that we have. We have hand signals. You can hotkey them, as you see here, by right-clicking on the item and then just selecting what you want it to go to. Otherwise, mumble is just F1 for me. So we'll test that out.
What's going on over there?
Just like that. You can check what time it is in-game by hitting O once. If you double tap O, it will pull up your extraction list. You can hold your breath. So if you're zoomed in and you hold left alt, you'll see he kind of tenses up a little bit. See how the gun's moving. Left alt, he tightens up. So that's good for getting a nice clean still shot on someone, especially if you're sniping. Now, obviously print screen, you just would literally do print screen for a screenshot like that. And then if you want to quickly dispose of something in your inventory, hover over that item with your cursor and just click the delete button. And boom, it goes flying. Alright, and then really quickly we'll go over keybinds very, very basically. As you can see down here at the bottom, they call it quick use bar here, but they're basically keybinds. You've got your preset quick use, which are your firearms. So your pistol would go in your number 1 slot. 4 through 0, you can drag whatever you want there. You can hotbar food, medication, all kinds of different things. So that is how you use your keybinds. Very simple, very easy to use, and then you would just click whatever you have it hotkeyed to, so 4 in this case. And bam, you use an item. Alright guys, that wraps us up for episode 2 of Escape from Tarkov for Scrubbies on actions. If this video helped you in any way, please leave a comment below. Let me know what helped you out. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like. That also helps me out greatly. Also, if you have any suggestions or requests, leave a comment below. That helps me by being able to help you guys. It lets me know what you guys need or might be interested in seeing. I do have the next couple videos for the series already kind of planned out, so I will get working on those right away once I'm done with this one. By hitting the subscribe, obviously it's going to keep you up to date when I do put new videos out. Outside that, I'm going to link down below my Discord and my social media, so if you want to keep an eye out for anything going on. I do community days on Saturday, so if you need help with the quest or anything, feel free to drop in and see if I can help you out with whatever you got going on. Outside that, always feel free to jump in my stream if you have any questions that you just would like answered really quickly, although I do check on my videos fairly frequently, just to make sure in case. Outside that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful time. Enjoy Tarkov. Have a good one. Stay safe out there.